Hello, my people. It is your brother Van Door. It is great to come back to you after many months of absence. I've been gone. I've been off the social medias. I've been out of the way. I've been watching this administration before I cast my judgment on their performance. I've been watching. I've been looking, I've been checking out the facts. I've been reading the science, as they say. And what I am here to tell you is something you probably already know. It is that this administration has not been the most forthright with the American people. Can you believe it? Can you believe it? Let's just start from there. Let's just start with this administration maybe not being the most truthful and honest administration as they've once promised. I'm going to give you a couple of examples, but this is by far the biggest and the easiest one to point out. It is time, my people. Let's dive in.
Well, I don't think our role is to place blame. But what we can do is provide accurate information to people who are not yet vaccinated about the risks they are incurring, not only on themselves, but also the people around them. And well, if you are a young person, you may think you are Superman or Superwoman and immune from getting the virus. That is not true. That is not accurate. You can get very sick. You can die from the virus. You can also make your grandparents sick and your parents sick. That is factual information.
No, I don't think it should be mandatory. I wouldn't demand to be mandatory, but I would do everything in my power, just like I don't think masks have to be made mandatory nationwide. I'll do everything in my power as the President of the United States to encourage people to do the right thing, and when they do it, demonstrate that it matters.
But is he telling the truth? That's before he took office. This is after. Let's go.
The Labor Department is going to shortly issue an emergency rule, which I asked for several weeks ago, and they're going through the process, to require all employees with more than 100 people, whether they work for the federal government or not, this is within in the purview of the Labor Department, to ensure their workers are fully vaccinated or face testing at least once a week. In total, this Labor Department vaccination requirement will cover 100 million Americans, about 2/3 of all the people who work in America. And here's the deal. These requirements are already proving that they work. Starting in July, when I announced the first vaccination requirement for the federal government, about 95 million eligible Americans were unvaccinated, as was mentioned a little bit earlier. Today, we've reduced that number to 67 eligible Americans who aren't vaccinated. And today, we released a new report outlining effective vaccination requirements.
So, my people, after seeing those two videos, I have so many questions. And the most important one, the most prominent question of all, the one that sticks out to me the most, the one that is fundamentally oozing out of every single pore I have, is America still the land of the free? Now, the reason why I say, and I'm asking this question, is because I was always told that in America you can choose. You can choose what you want done to your body. If you want a tattoo, go ahead and get a tattoo. You know, in so many other countries, in so many other places, if you dishonor your body in whatever way they decide, if you do something to yourself, if you have piercings or something out of the norm and is considered taboo, if you do those things, you're shunned. Something is deemed wrong with you. In fact, the community might not accept you. In many places, you might get stoned. You go ahead and get a face tattoo in Iran. You go ahead and get a face tattoo or a illicit piercing in Afghanistan. It won't not end well. It will not end well. It's just generally not going to be done. It's not going to be tolerated. The people aren't going to accept those kind of things. So imagine my surprise when I hear on the when I hear in the freest country, allegedly, in the most democratic systems that are admired everywhere, in the most fundamentally sound and right country, founded on beliefs that are greater than myself and all any American in particular, better and greater than any one particular person, something that is fundamentally great, something that even transcended the own belief system and structure of the country at the time. When this country was founded, way back in the day, somebody like me would have never been heralded as a equal. But let me tell you something. Even though they did not hold me and black people and Mexican and Latino and anybody who's not Anglo-Saxon Caucasian people in that kind of regard, even though they didn't hold us to the same standards that they do all Americans or all people born in this country, even though that was the case, they wrote inspirational words. They had ideas that were even greater than their own prejudices at that time. So imagine my surprise when I believe this gentleman named Joe Biden, when he tells me, I think it was 10 months ago, I think it was right before he got sworn in, he said for sure, I don't believe that mandates, and I'm paraphrasing here, but this is the gist of what he said. And, he's old, he's at the podium, he's doing his own thing. This is what the gist of what he said. He said, I don't believe that we need to start doing mandates. We're not going to impose mandates on the American people. I want people to get the shots, and I'm trying to do anything I can. I'm going to do everything I can to get them to get the shots. However, I'm not going to mandate him. His press secretary, Miss Jen Pataki, whatever her name is, she's a nice, very nice lady. Very nice, very honorable lady. And I respect her. I have so much respect for these people. So much respect for these people. I voted these damn people in. So imagine my surprise. Me, a random citizen who always assumed that we're going to be free. I mean, it doesn't matter if George Bush is the president or Donald J. Trump, who I've had problems with before. I admit it. Me and Donald Trump haven't always seen eye to eye, but I respect him. And I respected his leadership at the time. I respect Obama. I respect all of the presidents, past, former, present, current, still living, Jimmy Carter. I respect them all because I am an American patriot. I am an unaffiliated American patriot. At that, I have no party affiliation. Just even last time, I went against some of my bigger thoughts. I went against some of my core thought process as a free American, as a libertarian-leaning American. I love the fact that America is great. I love our greatness. And you know what makes us the greatest? What makes us far better? It's not just the capitalism. Capitalism is great. We love it. It's fantastic. It's the reason for this. It's the reason for my Samsung phone that I have here. Don't judge me. It's the reason for all of these things. My nice laptop. Oh my God. Capitalism is fucking fantastic. It is the birthplace of ingenuity. However, even more than capitalism, which is very few things are more American than capitalism. There's one thing that stands the test of time as the most American, as the most American thing that we can think about. It is our freedoms. It is our civil liberties. It is our right to protest. It is our right as an American to have outrage. You know, in a lot of places, if I'm in communist China, and I'm a great citizen, I pay taxes, I do great. You know what? And Xi Jinping said I can only have 3 babies. Used to be 2, but he's real nice now. He's real nice. He said 3 babies. Oh my goodness. 3-child policy. And you know what? I'm like, I'm sorry, I slipped up. I'm sorry, I had 4 babies. I'm sorry, we got a little bit more, we got a little bit carried away. Xi Jinping's gonna do something with that other child. Xi Jinping is not gonna be happy. And if I wanted to stand up and fight for it and protest my rights, hey, ho, ho, Xi Jinping has got to go, hey, guess what would happen? My channel would be gone. I would be dismissed. I might end up disappeared. And that's one of the better outcomes. It could just be flat out murder. I'm not saying China's bad. I'm not saying anybody around the world is bad. And I'm not saying the United States is fundamentally better than all these places. But I am. I am saying that in theory, because I do support our democracy, and I support our freedom of speech, and I support our right to assemble, our right to even bear arms. I support it all. I love this country. However, when it's a false flag operation, when it's, yeah, you're free, yeah, you should get the shot, yeah, we'll give you some money, yeah, you didn't get the shot already? Oh man, you're the reason. I'm mad. What do you have in your body? What do you not have to? You're endangering me. Do you see the slippery slope that this has? Do you see the slippery slope in which I'm trying to tell you? Because once you tell me what I can put in my body, you have the right to start mandating kale. You have the right to start mandating random things that I don't think my body needs. What if they start mandating herb medicine? Just because Americans are typically, we're great people, we're smart thinkers, we're one of the best people in the nation. In the world, correction. However, Americans sometimes, and I'm going to be a liberal with my sometimes, Americans occasionally like to eat fast food. Americans occasionally have high blood pressure. This is just something that happens. It's just okay, it's cool. A lot of Americans unsuspectingly have high blood pressure and they don't even know it. They are just completely oh my God, that's it. In fact, it's so deadly. It's silent. I think they call it the silent killer. Oh my God, I'm terrified. But with that fear, let's add an extra layer of protection because our government loves us so much. Let's say instead of COVID, America, the government, Joe Biden, said everybody needs to get on Lipitor. Everybody needs to get, I don't know what Lipitor is. I'm just assuming it's for the heart or for something. Everybody needs to get on Humana. Everybody needs to get on XYZ drug that we have said is going to be a great preventative measure. Now, me as a healthy American, in theory, who knows? I could have some silent shit going on right now. I could have something deadly tomorrow. Who knows? I am assuming I'm healthy because I exercise, I do diet, I do fitness, I do cardio, I do all those things. And I'm a steward to my body. I make sure not to consume really bad, ultra highly processed foods, and I do all of that. But imagine my shock and my surprise when my government says I need to take this pill XYZ. What? What do you mean I need to take it? I'm fine, I'm safe. So of course I'm naturally going to decline. But, slowly but surely, they keep trucking along, pushing these things, pushing incentives. And now we're at a crossroads to where they are not going to let me work. They're not going to let me work at my job, for my family, for my livelihood, for all this. If I don't take this high blood pressure medicine. Now, I know damn well I don't have high blood pressure. I know damn well I'm safe and I'm fine. My grandma is old. My grandpa old. They lived to 97, 98. Everybody fine. I could get hit by a train tomorrow for sure. I don't know because I am not Wizard Houdini. I am not that's probably the bad analogy. Not Wizard Houdini. Maybe I'm not Miss Cleo. That's even a better one. I like that. I can't call me now to read my free tarot reading for the future. I don't know what's going to happen. But let me tell you something. I feel like that should be an American right. For me not to take this blood pressure medicine. For me to risk my own life in theory and be okay. Because in essence, everybody's life is in their own hands. We let Americans buy guns. I'm fully supportive of all of this. Buy guns. Everybody, just go ahead and buy guns. Do whatever you want to do. Okay, that's fine. You could shoot me at any time. But usually that doesn't happen. Usually it's not about that. So we let people play fast and loose with life decisions unless what? Unless Dr. Fauci tells me that it's okay? Unless Dr. Fauci and this debunked medical team who has said all kind of things over these last couple of months, who've said, don't wear masks, do wear masks, spread vaccine, you can't spread the virus when you have the vaccine. That is proven to be a lie. I don't think the masks are really going to make that big of a difference. From Dr. Fauci, that was proven to be a lie. It's almost like I can't believe these people. It's almost like it's a big I can't say the C word because I'm on YouTube and I don't want to get banned. But let me tell you something. I'm not coming from a perspective of conspiracy theory. I am coming from a perspective of civil. Shit. Whatever. It could be civil. Give me civil rights. But no, seriously. Civil liberties. Give me my rights. Give me my liberties. Let me make poor or good or bad, mediocre, halfway, half-thought decisions. Let me do that. Because it is my body. And at the end of the day, I am me. I decide what I want to put in my body. If I want to eat McDonald's, damn it, let me have a McGriddle. Let me have it because I'm going to purchase it with my American dollar that I earned working and paying taxes. I have no problem with that. That's involuntary. It's something that I don't choose to always do because a lot of these projects that I'm funding with my tax dollars are nonsense and stupid, even though I'm an American and I love this country and I love everything that we do. However, all that shit that we spend in Afghanistan, that's going to be a whole nother episode, people. I can't wait. I can't wait to go off on Afghanistan. But given this administration, the benefit of the doubt, not even adding Afghanistan into there, how dare Joe Biden and his administration lie to the American public when he says that you do not? You, as the government, him and his administration is the government, and he does not see the need for a vaccine mandate? Seems sensical. Seems like a logical course of action. Seems like every other president has done that before. They want to bring up 1917. There was no mandate in 1917, 1918. They want to bring up all these other things. There was no mandate for any of these other flus and whatever you had. We had Zika. I don't know even if they have a vaccine for Zika, but there wasn't a mandate. There was no mandate for the Zika vaccine, nor was there for the flu vaccine. Let me tell you something. Thousands of people die from the flu, or used to. They certainly used to. I promise you. Oh, I promise you. They certainly used to. Things have gotten changed a little bit. I don't know why. I don't know why. Maybe it's because people were wearing masks or people were social distancing. I can't tell you why, but the flu cases have exponentially dropped. I don't know why. I don't know why. But what I do know, what I can tell you for a fact, is that Joe Biden, and I'm reading my factual manuscript here. I got all the facts here on this little tablet. My little Samsung is working. So, Mr. Biden is asking. No. He's asking. He's asking. No, he's not asking. Mr. Biden, Mr. Joseph R. Biden, our President of the United States, he is mandating 100 million Americans, 100 million Americans get this vaccine, or else they will be subject to weekly testing every 7 days, testing 4 times a month at the expense of their employer. Very nice. I like how that was slipped in. You know, they're always trying to propose all of these handouts and things of that nature. You know, that's so important. Why couldn't the federal government pay for the tests? Why couldn't the federal government pay for the tests? No. They can't do that because that would mean the burden's on them to do a service for the people who are unvaccinated. And we all know what we've seen. The unvaccinated are evil and bad and terrible and horrible, and they deserve all the child. If I showed you the Facebook text of what the people say the unvaccinated deserve, it's not friendly and it's not nice. Certainly not any kind of liberal idea that ever used to exist. It's really mean. Some of those people, they want the unvaccinated not to have hospital beds, and they want, like Don Lemon wants the people not to even be served or seen if they're unvaccinated. That just doesn't sound nice. In fact, it kind of sounds segregationist. It kind of sounds like Don Lemon himself is being a segregationist for the people without the vaccine. Now, I know Mr. Don Lemon, him being a wonderful African American. He is a fabulous, a wonderful, excellent American. I have the utmost respect for him. I know him. I know Mr. Don Lemon would never discriminate on a group that is being infringed upon, and a group that is being discriminated. I know he wouldn't, because he's African American. He's a black man, and I think he's also a homosexual. And they like him, and he's on the news, and he can do all these things. And America's fundamentally accepted him, made him a millionaire, and no way. I must have read that or seen that wrong. He didn't. He called for unvaccinated people to be excluded from hospital settings. Anyway, I would hope that Mr. Don Lemon, I would hope that was an accidental oversight, or the cable news goes super fast. The cable news goes super duper fast. So I think Mr. Don Lemon clearly just made a mistake. I'm going to not give that to him. He's a fine, upstanding citizen, and there's no way that he could have meant that. But I'll know who did. I can tell you somebody who did mean it. Mr. Joseph R. Biden, when he said 100 million Americans, he's gonna impose these laws through something never, ever, ever, ever done before. Can I tell you it's never been done? So he's going through OSHA, the occupational and safety hazard, OSHA, something, I don't know, it's for that, occupational health safety. So those were the things that OSHA's supposed to do. But my big problem, my personal problem, sorry, let me get my camera correct when I when I say this about OSHA, because this is serious, and I get you, we're supposed to take everything so much more seriously, but how in the hell is OSHA, the Occupational and Health and Safety Administration, how are they supposed to help people by requiring them to shoot up something in their body, take a medicine, take something brand new from a pharmaceutical company, which I'm sure is safe. Look, I'm not saying there's nothing wrong with it. I'm not saying there's nothing wrong with it. But what I am saying is it is something un-American. How can an American branch of government, something that is here to save us, something that is here to protect us, require us to do something that makes us lose our freedoms, our constitutional, it should be, I don't give a damn if it's constitutionally protected right now, because guess what? Constitutionally protected I tell you what, slavery was one of those things that was not it was not so against the Constitution. You know what was not so against the Constitution? Putting women down and telling women that they should be lesser than their husbands. Those things, they weren't generally exactly constitutionally prohibited back in the day. So all I'm trying to say is the Constitution can allow for amendments. So I will tell you, as an American citizen, I am horrified that this precedent is going unprecedented. It's happening. They're allowing this to happen. It's a slippery slope, my people, and I will continue to say that. I am not anti anything. I'm plenty vaccinated up. I have all the vaccines, and probably except for this last one. And that is my choice, and I feel like that's something that should be my choice. But let me tell you something about what choice means to this administration. Can I please tell you something about what choice means to this administration? Nothing. It means absolutely nothing, because they're still going ahead with this 100-person mandate for every single job. Most jobs in America have more than 100 people, even though the American number is high. It's high. The adult population number is high. Remember, Joe Biden was trying to reach his magical number by July the 4th or whatever. It's arbitrary timelines that mean absolutely nothing. It means nothing. And I'm not trying to be a conspiracy theorist, but I am telling you, these people are seating off of the control. These people are enjoying the aspects that they can control everything. I don't know if it's a push for more control. I can't tell you that. I want to tell you a definitive answer, but I'm not going to do that. One, because I don't have the answer. Two, because we need to figure out what the hell is going on. So, the reason why I say we need to figure out what's going on, and this is very important. This part is one of the most important of the whole episode. So, let me tell you something about what has happened over the last 3 weeks, couple weeks. So the New York Times, do you guys know the New York Times? I think it's a big liberal publication. People love it. It is world renowned. It is, I do believe, the paper of record. I think they call it the paper of record for Americans or America or some. It's big. It's a big deal. It's a paper. We love the New York Times, okay? We love it. So great. Fantastic. With that said, the New York Times has gotten a super duper unfactual error printed, copied, pasted, and submitted into their newspaper for all of time. However, instead of doing the correct thing, deleting the whole article, saying, sorry, we fucked up or whatever. No. They issued a teeny correction. Unfortunately, the error in which they made was so significant. To me, I have to report on it. Now, a lot of the other news outlets are reporting on it because, well, they love the New York Times. They go in the back alley and, oh man, New York Times, this, New York Times. like they are gorging on it. They're just like, let me see that thing. We love you, the New York Times. You're the hot, big bad boy in the town. But let me tell you something. We can't do that. We shouldn't do that as a place. We shouldn't do that as a society. And I have no, there's no, uh, there's no kickbacks that are granted by me and other YouTube and other people who are reporting the story. So guess what? It's going to get reported. Are you listening, though, is the question. So the New York Times had to issue a pretty significant correction. The New York Times said that the New York Times said from August 2020 to October 2021, very recently, from that specific time span, there were 900,000 children who had been hospitalized. That's damning. That's scary. I think that's even more people who've died. That is 100,000 from a million. That's real. That's damn. You mean almost 1 million children have been hospitalized? Unfortunately, the New York Times lied. They were completely wrong. They were absolutely horrifically incorrect. And it's so funny because if I had made such a gross error at work or anywhere that I exist and I'm a human, you better believe I'd have been called out for it. Multiple places, multiple people. It'd been a big story. People would have started to lose my credibility. I would have lost all credibility. Every single thing that is coming out of my mouth, complete trash, because such a large number, such a huge discrepancy in which actually happened. And I'll tell you why it's a huge discrepancy. So I told you, remember 900,000, almost 1 million? There have only been 6,300. So not 900,000, 6,300 children have been hospitalized since the beginning of this pandemic. 6,300. So 900,000, 900, you could take away 6,300 from the 900,000 and it would still be 800 something thousand. It would be a lot. It would be a lot. It would be a majority of the number would still be there. You could take away what the actual number was, subtract it, and the majority of the number, it would still be way more inflated than the current number. So imagine my surprise when the New York Times did not issue any kind of massive retraction of this article, all the facts and other details that may be compromised in it, because we can't even trust this basic number. We don't even know as a public if that's true. We as the American people deserve better than that. And the American news outlet known as the New York Times should be ashamed of themselves. Mr. Don Lemon, who says Americans who have decided to choose what goes in their body, they should be excluded from and segregated from the hospital. He should be ashamed of himself. And the truth is, these people are flourishing. These people are the voice of reason. These people are the people who are telling us every day what we need to do with our own bodies and our children and our families and our lives. These people who are completely disconnected from reality as far as you and me are concerned. These people who do not have to work, but they choose to do so, which is fine. I guess I do as well, but I don't choose, excuse me, I don't choose to, have a middle, regular income. Like, I'm not choosing to do that. I guess Don Lemon didn't choose to do that either, but right now he doesn't. He doesn't have a regular income. So he doesn't, if the CNN job goes awry, if something goes bad for Biden even, or something bad for any of these people, they will be fine. They don't have to work like you and me do. We have to work every day. We have to work every day for our families, for ourselves, for our people. And they're threatening these things. And the burden is even higher, because not only do we have to be worried about this virus because we are all in a pandemic, right? Everybody loves to say that. And also, the vaccines don't work 100%. I mean, in Vermont, there are majority of the people who are dying in the state of Vermont are unvaccinated. I don't have the fact right now to back that up, but that is a fact. There have been multiple news articles and sources talking about Vermont's vaccination problem. Look, I'm just here to read the report. And also, they told you themselves the vaccine is not going to be 100% effective preventing death or even the spread. You'll spread the shit out of it. You can spread the shit out of this damn virus with the vaccine, right? You can spread it left, spread it right. You can go ahead and spread it all day, spread it all night. And you know what? It might not even protect you. It might, but it probably will. Most cases it will. So let me tell you something. I'm pro it. I'm pro. Go ahead and get it. I'm pro you. I want you to do what's right. I really am. I'm not anti. I don't think there's anything evil or malicious in it. I don't think it's horrible or this or that. I just personally believe, it is my personal belief, that American citizenship should actually come with the freedom to choose the things that go in your body. I mean, it's fairly simple, my people. Just, be a regular good American. Do what you know is right for you and your family, and don't be bullied. Don't be bullied into it. And I'll tell you why they're bullying. Because not only are these people hearing all the facts and telling you that, they're telling you to trust the science. They are telling you to trust the science, but oh my God, they don't even trust the science. The White House and all the other entities that are running the country and doing their damnedest, right? Doing the best job they can. They seemed, especially Mr. Dr. Fauci, he is a government worker. He's paid on the government dime. He seems to be the most blind to some of these Israeli studies. The same ones that they like to tote, only when they're going good for Pfizer or Moderna or whatever. The same ones they tote all the time are the same people who make other studies. So Israel had released a study about the Pfizer vaccine, okay? Pfizer-BioNTech, okay, COVID-19 vaccine is just 39% effective, where the Delta variant is the dominant strain. That's new. That's new research from July. So Israel is constantly doing stuff. They have like 90-something% of their people are vaccinated. So it's easy for them to run these tests, okay? 39% effective. That's it. That's all you get. However, the 2-dose vaccine is still working very well in preventing people from getting seriously sick. 88%. So that would mean 12% of the people are still getting severely sick and dying. I just wanted to throw that out there. But 88% of the people who have got the double shot are fine. They're good. They're great. Go ahead. If it suits you, please go ahead and get it. But do me a favor. Don't tell everybody else what to do. I get it. I get it. Wear a seatbelt. Don't smoke or, do certain things. But never have I seen them try to attack somebody at a core basis. They know how Americans operate. They know Americans need money. They know Americans are capitalists. So, of course, if you want to take away somebody's power in a capitalist society, you better take away their means to earn income. I just think it's petty. I think it's beyond petty, and I think it's a sneaky, slippery slope. Okay, we're going to keep going. We're going to dive in a little bit more, just teensy tiny more. Okay. The natural immunity protection that develops after SARS-CoV-2 infection offers considerably more of a shield against the Delta variant. Oh my! Oh, that's almost controversial. I'm kind of scared to even say that on my page. It offers considerably more of a shield against the Delta variant of the pandemic than 2 doses of the Pfizer BioNTech, the same one that is 39% effective on this particular strain, on this particular subject, the same one. Oh my gosh, it's crazy. It's crazy. It's almost like natural immunity is a vaccine in itself. Oh, you can't say that. You can't say that. And that is my problem with this administration and this left media society. Everybody's saying they trust the science. That is an article. You know when this article got written? This article is from this year. This is from this year, my people. When? August 26th. August 26th. They came out with this around in August, in the month of August. So they came out with this. Wow. Wow, my people. Like 2 months ago. Like at the end of August. So less than 2 months ago. I find all this very remarkable because you don't hear anything in the mainstream media. Mr. Don Lemon, Miss Rachel Maddow, Mr. Chris Cuomo. I can go on and 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 on. But I'll tell you where I did hear it. I heard it on Gutfeld. Why? Now, why I was watching Gutfeld tonight? I don't know. Okay, fine. I guess with all this situation, I'm watching a little bit more Fox News lately. However, with that said, I'm not one party or another party, left or right, but I will say, in this current climate, this is the most conservative I've ever been. I do not believe that they have the right to do what they are doing. You know, I am so unaffiliated that I'm going to tell you my true stance on all this. Abortion. I'm not one of those abortion persons. So if you try to come on my channel and try to be like, oh my God, we need to stop this. We need to stop all abortions left and right, this and that. The truth is, the matter is, I am a free American citizen, and I believe that we have the rights to do what we want with our bodies. Man, I'm almost like a broken record. It's like I said the same thing for the abortion thing as I did with the COVID vaccine. It's almost like we have the right to choose to do what we want with our own bodies. So no, I do not support the Texas law and I do not support the other laws. However, I'm not specifically going after them. I think if enough people in those constituencies feel that it is right to ban or block or stop or do whatever they want, guess what? We live in a representative democracy. And if those people voted Greg Abbott into office, if those people voted DeSantis or whoever is in office who they disagree with the policies, guess what? Those people deserve to get the policies that those elected leaders have selected. All right, my people. I'm not going to stay here forever. This has been a truly an informative episode of Vandor the Source. I want you all to know Vandor is with you. We are with you. We are unaffiliated and we are patriotic. I love my country. I love my people and I love all of you. Everybody is super duper special and everybody deserves love. And if they get sick, everybody deserves, contrary to what Mr. Don Lemon has to say, hospitalization, medical treatment, respect. My people, make sure you subscribe to the Vandor the Source page. We are coming with the most fire and the most epic news source content that we can find. And it's not salacious. It will not be. It will be research bound. It will be duty filled because we have a right. We have a responsibility, in my opinion, with me being who I am, an informative, information-based person who is fact-based, who does respect and love the science, the real science. We have a responsibility to put out good content, a good informational content for the people. My people, make sure you subscribe. Thank you so much for watching. I can't wait to see what else we have going on, because there's so much about this administration, about this agenda, about the mainstream liberal swinging media that we have to dive into. My next episode will be featured specifically about Afghanistan. You know, Mr. Biden, you promised a lot. And I feel as a citizen that I have made a terrible mistake because none of your promises are being held up in the same way I thought. You know, when somebody says, "Oh, I promised to get us out of Afghanistan," and then they just pull you out recklessly without any kind of recourse or any kind of care in the world for the people who have helped us for years. When they do things like that, then they say, "Oh, well, you voted for it. Oh, I thought you were going to do it responsibly and respectably." Nonetheless, that is next episode's episode. I can't wait to talk to you about it. I can't wait to come with the facts. I can't wait to see you all so we can dive in. Thank you for watching. Hey, my people, it's your brother Vandal. Thank you for watching this YouTube video. Make sure to check us out on our YouTube page.